Sometimes we lose many fights is not because we do not have any skills. Fights in PUBG are not always determined by your skills. There are various things to understand. Whenever we lose a fight in PUBG is not always our fault. There are a lot of things going on behind this game that we must know. In this video, we will learn how this game works, what are the things going on behind a game, and what is the effect of ping, which is MS, and FPS in our gameplay. Before going further into the video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Alright, you may have feels sometimes you are in a fight and trying to give damage to your opponent, and you get in the cover, but suddenly you get damaged in cover. Or imagine you are in a 1v1 situation, and you take your aim and make a move first and start shooting at the enemy. But suddenly that enemy kills you. Even you start shooting first, and you didn't miss any bullets. Everyone must have been through this situation. So what happened here? Why did you lose the fight? Is it because of your skills? Is it because of your device? Or your FPS? Or is it your internet? Well, some people say I lost because the enemy has a better device, and I have a low-end device. Or they will say the enemy is playing on an Apple device, and I am on Android or something like that. And some people will say I have low FPS, or FPS drops. And some people will say it is because of my skills, I need to go to training ground. But in reality, there are only two major things that matter in that type of fight, which are FPS and the internet, which is your ping. Basically, your ping decides your bullet registration, even if you start firing before your enemy. But if you have a higher ping than your opponent, you will lose the fight. Many players think the lowest ping in PUBG is 20. But when you check in settings, you can see your actual ping if you have less than 20. If your opponent has 10 ms and you have 20 ms, you can't survive in front of him. This is the reality of this game. The better internet you have, the better you can play. I am not saying that skills don't matter, but when you are in a close fight, your skills matter in third place. First one is your internet speed, and second is your device, FPS. A better device player with better internet will get you in a second. So how does FPS matter? Look, having low FPS or when your FPS drops is basically you missed some frames from your gameplay, where you will be mission some aiming at the enemy due to skipped frames. This will be very difficult to win, and most of the time better FPS players will easily win the fight. If your device is dropping FPS, then what is the use of your skills? Even if you have skills and a better internet, you can't win against some dude with better devices and faster internet. So the first two things you need to play better in this game is your device with less than 20 ms of internet connection. Then you can use your skills at last. I think PUBG is unfair for low-end device players with low-speed internet connections. Alright guys, if you think whatever I said in this video was correct, then like this video and subscribe to my channel